Hello everyone, today we are going to study nervous tissue. As we all know that tissue means a group of different cells which get organized to perform one function. So that means group means that there may be one type of cells or maybe different types of cells. So when different types of cells they get organized means they start working together to perform one function, then it is called as a tissue. As far as animals are concerned, there we can see four different types of tissues. These tissues are epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue and nervous tissue. Now these all four different tissues, they are formed of different types of cells, and these tissues they perform different functions. For example, epithelial tissue is mainly concerned with formation of boundary walls. So inner and outer lining of our body, it is made from epithelial tissue. Besides that, it can perform certain other functions also, like it can line the glands. So then it will be called as glandular tissue. It may be having cilia which may help in movement of different substances. So depending upon the location, the tissue it may have different functions. Similarly, second type of tissue in animals is connective tissue. Connective tissue means that tissue which help in connecting different parts of the body. For example, bone and tendon, ligament, these all are connective tissue. There are fluid connective tissue also, like blood and plasma. These are fluid connective tissues. The third category of tissues is muscle tissues. Muscle tissues means all different types of muscles which are present in our body, that is called as muscle tissue. There we will be studying about different types of voluntary and involuntary muscles. Muscles, wherever they are present, they help in some kind of movement. And fourth type of tissue is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is that tissue which is present in brain, spinal cord and nerves. Now these all three different organs, they can be further divided into two categories, like they have been divided as central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system means that system which consists of brain and spinal cord. Now these two organs, they are very important organs of our body which help us in adjusting with the changing environment. And second type of nervous tissue is nerves. Nerves are those which connect different organs of the body which are present as sense organs or which are present in different organs. These organs, they are connected to the central nervous system through peripheral nervous system. So there we have category of nerves. So nervous tissue, it may be categorized as brain, spinal cord and nerves. All these organs, they are made up of nervous tissue. Now what we have to understand here is that nervous tissue, it is highly specialized nerve cells. So what is the main type of cell which is present in nervous tissue? That is called as the nerve cell. They are also called as neurons, and their most important function is that they help in generating and conducting nerve impulses. So through nerve impulses, we get to understand the changes in our environment. So these are all different organs which are formed of nervous tissue. One of the cells which is present in nervous tissue is nerve cells, but there are other types of cells also which are present. For example, nervous tissue's main function is that it helps in receiving the stimulus and formation of responses. So as far as stimulus is concerned, stimulus means information about change in environment, and response means reaction of the body against stimulus. So this function, it is done by the nervous tissue. Similarly, control and coordination of different organs and homeostasis, these are main functions of nervous tissue. So in other words, we can say nervous tissue has three main functions. That is, it helps in receiving the stimulus and formation of responses. It helps in control and coordination of all organs of the body, and it helps in maintaining normal body condition, that is homeostasis. So these all three functions, which are the functions of nervous system, they are performed by nervous tissue. As far as nervous tissue is concerned, it consists of two different types of cells. These cells, they are called as neurons and neuroglia. Neurons are those cells which help in conduction of nerve impulses. They are also called as the nerve cells. These nerve cells, they have other kind of cells which are present in between, which are called as neuroglia. Glia word, it basically means glue. So previously it was thought that these are those cells, neuroglia are those cells which are binding the neurons together, because the particular function of these cells was not known. But now, as per the further study which is conducted in biology, we know that neuroglia, it further consists of different types of cells and they have various functions. Main function of neuroglia is to maintain homeostasis and to provide support and protection to the neuron cells. So these are those cells which are helping the neurons to perform their function, and they also help in maintaining the normal body conditions. As we know that there are two systems, two types of nervous system which are studying, that is the central nervous system, which consists of brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system that consists of nerves. Neuroglia, which are present in central nervous system, they are different from the glial cells which are present in the peripheral nervous system. In central nervous system, we see that there are four different types of glial cells present, which are named as ependymal cells, oligodendrocytes, microglia and astrocytes. Whereas in peripheral nervous system, we see that the glial cells, they are of two types, that is satellite cells and Schwann cells. Now these different types of cells which are present in the nervous tissue, they are performing different functions. In the next part of the lesson, we will be studying about particularly different functions of these different cells. Astrocytes, they are the third type of cells which are present in the central nervous system. They cover nearly all capillaries in the central nervous system. So all the blood capillaries, they are covered by these types of cells, which are again star-shaped cells. They support and anchor neurons to the nutrient supply line. Nutrient supply means the blood supply lines. And they have an important role in making connection between blood capillaries and neurons. They have another important function, that they regulate the chemical environment of the neurons, because when the neurons, they release certain neurotransmitters, these neurotransmitters, they are removed by astrocytes. So astrocytes are those which are helping in supporting the neurons by providing them the supplies and removing the waste material from the neurons by connecting them to the capillaries, and they also help in removing the excess ions, thus keeping the external environment of the neurons to the same state. Let us talk about those type of cells which are present in peripheral nervous system. There we can find two types of cells, one called satellite cells. Satellite cells, they cover the surface of neuron and they cover the ganglia. Ganglia, I hope you all remember that ganglia are those places where there are more of cell bodies present. So around the ganglia, these satellite cells are present. Their function is to regulate and stabilize the external chemical environment of nerves. In the previous case, we studied that astrocytes, they help in maintaining the environment around the central nervous system. In comparison to peripheral nervous system, this function is done by the satellite cells, and they are also very sensitive to the injury and inflammation. So they are also protective in nature. The other kind of cell which is present in peripheral nervous system are Schwann cells. They have a function similar to oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocytes, their function is to produce myelin sheath. So in case of peripheral nervous system, this function is performed by the Schwann cells. So these cells, they produce a myelin sheath around the axon, and we remember that when the axons, they are myelinated, then conduction of nerve impulse through such neurons, it is faster. They are also phagocytotic in nature. That means they can also clear the cellular debris. So they are performing the function of both the oligodendrocytes, which are performing the function of producing myelin sheath, and they are doing the function of microglial cells, which are phagocytotic in nature. So this way we have understood that different types of cells which are present in the nervous system, they are performing various different functions. There is an additional information for you. As we all know that on an average human brain, it contains around 86 billion neurons, whereas neuroglia or glial cells which are supporting or protecting the neurons, they can be many more than that. This means that there are many neurons present in the brain and many more present which are called as neuroglial cells. Both neuroglial cells and neurons, they form the nervous tissue.